Hey, Dan Fitzpatrick here, stockmarketmentor.com, and it's Tuesday the 8th. Look, I want to show you a couple stocks that I'm looking at. I'll just get right to it, Dell and then Texas Instruments, and I'll show you why I'm not buying them yet. So we look at Dell here, and this thing had a really nice consolidation since April, right? So really has Texas Instruments. You see the same kind of things. You see the weekly chart been drifting kind of sideways for a while. Sure seems like it's ready to roll up. Dell looks a little bit different, but it is actually moving higher. So here's the thing. Why have I not bought these? Why am I not buying this stock? I mentioned this just this morning to our members that I'm really looking for Dell. I think I first mentioned it a couple days ago, that I'm really looking at Dell as a stock that I want to put on our active trades. In other words, I will open the position, tell you just where to buy it, tell you what the stop is, and we'll walk you all the way through. Actually, I will walk you all the way through, not we. So I'll walk you all the way through the trade. But the reason why I didn't want to do that, I think it might have been last Friday. The reason I didn't want to do that is because, you know, I see what the stock's doing here. I see the nice volume, but over the past, couple weeks, the stock hasn't been able to get above that level. And so I didn't look at this as an actionable event unless, frankly, the stock kept going the next day. So I decided to hold off, and the stock did move the next day. Oh, crap, should have bought it. And then, sure. So goes up a maximum of 0.9%, but then closes down from the low. And this was on Tuesday the 7th, yesterday. And now today, okay, down even more. So the point is, I've been looking at this as an entry, but it's got to be the right entry. Got to be the right entry. I have alerts set for our members where you're going to risk anywhere from 3 to 5.25%, depending on where you're actually setting your stop. My idea is that I want to buy this at 57, preferably lower, but only after it pulls back to that level and then shows that they're still buying, because only then would I feel like, okay, this time around it's going to break out. But until that happens, don't expect it to. And then Texas Instruments, this actually even a little bit easier. You see where resistance is, $200. Now, if you say, oh, I'm going to buy that now and get an early head start, fine. How much of a head start are you getting in order to take the risk that the stock could pull back yet again? You're going to get a big jump on this by 1.75% by buying now, as opposed to waiting for the stock to move above 200. In return, though, for getting that little bitty jump on things, you're going to take this kind of risk too, that the stock's going to keep coming down and fall back into what I just call the bottom of the box. So the point is, I like both of these stocks. I like Texas Instruments. I like Dell. I don't own any of them. I don't own either one of them. And I'm glad I don't, because they've been drifting sideways for months. And so I'm already trading these, but I'm trading them because I'm watching them. In order for you to be a good trader, you're not just buying and selling. Most of the time, you're watching. You're sitting there like the king of the jungle underneath the shade of a nice tree, waiting for the gazelle with the limp to walk by. Then you go out, you have a nice meal, and then you go back and take a nap. Most of life, most of trading is waiting, which is, as we've learned from Tom Petty, the hardest part. Okay? Look, members, I got a more extensive video for you, as well as some other things that we're looking at, so don't forget to check that out. And again, guys, if you haven't been a member of Stock Market Mentor, this is a good time to try it. You're going to get a 30-day trial. You're going to also get access to a lot of other stuff in the coming month, okay? All right, have a good evening.